One of these laptops costs $1,899 and the other $1,666, but the real surprise is which one actually pulls ahead. You're choosing between the Snapdragon X Elite in the ThinkPad T14s and the Snapdragon X2 Plus in the OmniBook Ultra, with 12 cores versus 10 cores. The ThinkPad T14s has a 3.4 GHz base frequency, while the OmniBook Ultra pushes higher at 4.04 GHz and uses a 3 nanometers process instead of 4 nanometers. In real workloads like multitasking or editing, the OmniBook Ultra's higher base frequency and more advanced process translate to smoother, faster performance. OmniBook Ultra posts a 3123 Geekbench 6 single-core score, well ahead of the ThinkPad T14s at 2279. Multi-core scores are 13,498 versus 13943, and Cinebench 2024 Multi is 878 versus 858, both near ties unlikely to matter day to day. Cinebench 2024 Single favors OmniBook Ultra at 114 versus 102, so demanding tasks will feel snappier on that machine. If you care about gaming or creative work, the Adreno X1-85 in the ThinkPad T14s is your pick. Both laptops use integrated graphics, but the ThinkPad's 3.8 teraflops matters more than the OmniBook Ultra's 4.6 teraflops for real-world compatibility and driver support. That brings the ThinkPad T14s its first win, even as the OmniBook Ultra leads overall after its benchmark victory. Both have 14-inch screens, but the OmniBook Ultra uses OLED, while the ThinkPad T14s sticks with IPS LCD. Resolution and refresh rate are identical at 1920 by 1260 Hz, so sharpness and motion feel the same. With OLED, your movies and photos on the OmniBook Ultra show deeper blacks and more vibrant colors every day. ThinkPad T14s gives you 400 nits, which means outdoor use is less of a struggle than with OmniBook Ultra's 300 nits, and that's on top of the OmniBook Ultra display win a moment ago. OmniBook Ultra does offer a touchscreen, while ThinkPad T14s does not, so you trade brightness for touch input. Neither model supports HDR, so you won't see a difference there. Matte coating on the ThinkPad T14s cuts glare in bright rooms, while both displays match at 162 pixels per inch, so sharpness is identical. With a 70 watt-hour battery instead of 58 watt-hours, you get more unplugged time before hunting for outlets. Both charge at 65 watts and use USB-C, so topping up midday feels the same on either laptop. ThinkPad T14s took brightness, but this category goes to OmniBook Ultra for lasting longer away from your desk. Both the ThinkPad T14s and OmniBook Ultra ship with 16 GB of LPDDR5X RAM as standard at this price. Neither model lets you upgrade the memory after purchase, so your multitasking headroom is set from day one. There is no difference between them here. Every spec is identical for memory type, capacity, and upgradability. OmniBook Ultra gives you 512 GB of storage as standard, double the ThinkPad T14s's 256 GB at this price, so you can keep more files and apps locally without worrying about space early on. Both use M.2 SSDs, support NVMe, and let you upgrade storage later if your needs grow. That means whichever you pick, you aren't locked in, but OmniBook Ultra's base configuration makes your day simpler from the start. Weight is nearly identical at 1.24 kilograms versus 1.28 kilograms, so you won't notice a difference carrying either. But thickness is where things change. 16.9 millimeters compared to just 10.8 millimeters makes the Ultra feel slimmer in your bag. You also get an aluminum chassis instead of carbon fiber, which means a cooler touch and a more premium feel every day. Both laptops offer Wi-Fi 7, so you get the same fast wireless speeds no matter which you choose. Bluetooth 5.3 on the ThinkPad T14s and 6.0 on the OmniBook Ultra are unlikely to feel different day to day. The T14s gives you 2 USB 4.0 ports and Thunderbolt 4, while the Ultra has 3 USB 4.0 but no Thunderbolt. That means with the T14s, you can plug into high-speed docks and displays without adapters, which changes your daily setup routine. Coming off its connectivity win, ThinkPad T14s also gives you 1.5mm key travel versus 1.3mm on OmniBook Ultra, which means your fingers get a deeper, more cushioned feel every time you type. Both use a backlit island keyboard and neither has a numpad, so layout and visibility are essentially tied. You get a 1080p webcam on the ThinkPad T14s, while OmniBook Ultra steps up to 1440p, but for most video calls the difference is minor. Fingerprint readers are present on both, so secure logins are equally convenient on each. OmniBook Ultra gives you 3 CPU options instead of 1, so you can tailor performance or price to your needs. Both offer 16 GB, 32 GB, and 64 GB RAM, but OmniBook Ultra adds a 2 TB storage choice over ThinkPad T14s's 1 TB maximum. The ThinkPad T14s costs $1,666, the OmniBook Ultra is $1,899, so you're paying $233 more here. That extra money gets you the OmniBook Ultra's wins in storage, design, and benchmarks, while the ThinkPad T14s is cheaper and comes in black, the OmniBook Ultra in blue. Both prices are linked in the description below if you want to compare for yourself. ThinkPad T14s is for professionals who demand top-notch keyboard feel, reliable connectivity, and the brightest screen for working anywhere, especially if graphics performance matters for your workflow. If you want the most vibrant panel, longest battery life, or double the base storage, look elsewhere. The one reason to hesitate: you get just 256 GB of storage at this price, which limits local file space. OmniBook Ultra is for power users who want the fastest performance, a sharper OLED panel at 1920 by 1200, longer battery life, and double the upgradable storage at 512 GB. If you care most about graphics, brighter screens, or keyboard feel, look elsewhere. You pay $233 more and give up a brighter 400 nit panel at this price. Which would you pick, the ThinkPad T14s or the OmniBook Ultra, and why? Drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe to Computer Matrix for more honest laptop comparisons.